Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Season 2, Week 40 of the DC Sports Digest. Things are starting to quiet down a little bit more, but there's still a lot to talk about, so without further ado, let's just get started. Starting with the Nationals, they lost the Padres series, they did win the Red series, and then lost the first game of the Twins series. They still have a 41-62 record, 20 games below 500 last place, so still not looking so great. The only transaction really was Connor Pilkington getting called up from AAA for the first time, so congrats. And Mason Thompson was sent down. In addition, all of our draft picks are officially signed. Only 2 returned to college, so that's pretty good. Not wasting too many picks, I guess. And this week is the trade deadline, so we'll see if anyone gets moved. A couple rumors about Mackenzie Gore, but I doubt anyone in that young core is getting moved. Not like James Wood, CJ Abrams, Mackenzie Gore, those types of people. They better not, because it's not what you do. I think a guy like Nathaniel Lowe is probably, in my opinion, the most likely guy to get moved. I could see that. Potentially Kyle Finnegan, but he hasn't played as well recently, so his trade value has gone down a little bit. So obviously, if we do anything, we're going to be sellers. But there isn't too much for us to sell. Like I said, probably Nathaniel Lowe, maybe Kyle Finnegan, but at this point, probably not. We'll see if anything else happens. The trade deadline is July 31st. So I will recap anything that happens from the trade deadline next week. And coming up this week, the Twins series finishes, start of the Astros series, and the start of the Brewer series. That's all I got for the Nationals. On to the Wizards. They had one last Summer League game last Saturday. They beat the Knicks 94-85. Jimmy Watkins had another good game, scoring 23 points. Dylan Jones scored 25 points and had 11 rebounds, so that was great to see. Marcus Smart agreed to a buyout. He is joining the Lakers, so thanks for it's your time here. Definitely mentored a lot of the young guys here, so that was great. Blake Wesley was also waived, so the roster is now set at 15 and 15 spots. So I don't anticipate us seeing any moves. The roster is set now. A lot of young guys. Obviously couldn't keep all of them because Blake Wesley got waived. But a guy like Dylan Jones is able to make enough of an impression to stay on the roster. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see this roster. Obviously not going to be competing anytime soon, but just to see all the young talent coming up soon this season. That's all I got for the Wizards. No news for the Caps, so I'll move straight on to the Commanders. They released Michael Wiley to make room for Von Miller. I'm not sure if he's able to come back or not, or we'll see what happens. He was at most a practice squad guy anyway, so it's okay. And the holdout officially begins because Terry does not report for training camp. I really thought they were going to get this deal done before the opening press conference with Adam Peters and Dan Quinn. That did not happen. The reporters have definitely been asking a lot of questions to Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, even some of the other players who have been having interviews throughout training camp. But obviously not much to share yet. I think Terry is in the area, so if something happens, he'll be ready to come back. But nothing happening yet. Hopefully something will happen soon, and hopefully it will happen, and then all the fines he's getting will get voided, because right now he's getting fined for missing training camp. I think he's already losing a couple $100,000 for missing training camp and holding out. So we'll see what happens with that. We signed Tay Martin. Honestly, I think just another body in training camp. Now that Terry's not showing up, not a replacement or anything, just another receiver as a camp body. We also extended Percy Butler, pretty small move, and that will not impact the Terry signing whatsoever. And training camp has started. A lot of good standouts, especially yesterday. The defense played really well. Trey Amos looked good. Also, another rookie, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt's looked pretty good. And some of the second-year guys, Luke McCaffrey, Ben Sinnott, have also looked really good. So a lot of guys looking good. We've just been looking good at training camp. We're really, obviously, running like a professional team, which is, it shouldn't be that difficult, but it's been very difficult for us for many years, and now it's running like a well-oiled machine. And coming up this week, there's more training camp ramping up. The Hall of Fame games this week, so if you guys want to see some third and fourth stringers play some preseason football, you can watch the Hall of Fame game next Thursday. Our first preseason game is 2 weeks, but we're starting to ramp up training camp. They have like shells, so partial like protection, and then eventually I think this week they'll get into full pads. So stay tuned for that, and I'll give you guys some more updates when I have them. That's all I have for the Commanders. On other DC sports news, DC United lost to Columbus. Their next game is tonight against Austin. The Mystics had the All-Star game. Kiki Irife had 17 points, 10 rebounds. Citron had 11 points, and Brittany Sykes had 16 points. They all played pretty well in the All-Star game. Unfortunately, their team did lose. And they lost to the Sparks as well. And this week they have games against the Storm, Mercury, Sky, and Valkyries. Another busy week in their schedule. This is kind of an obscure team I wanted to mention. DC Divas, a women's football team. They play in the championship game today, so I kind of draw a line and don't include all of these teams because some of them are obscure. I think I found maybe like an ultimate frisbee team, obviously women's football. So like, I'm not gonna mention them too much in these videos, but I wanted to mention they play in the championship today, and I'll give you guys the result next week. Just because you always want to see championships, especially in football, because we saw the DC Defenders. Hopefully we can see the DC Divas and maybe even the Commanders this year. So that'll be really cool to see. Good luck to them in the championship today. Weekly awards, I'm just going to give a Wizards sweep. Wizards beat the Knicks 94-85. I'll give them the game of the week. No other really convincing ones. Could have given one of the Nationals wins, but the Nationals can get a game of the week maybe even next week, so we'll see. My player of the week is Dylan Jones, 25 points, 11 boards versus the Knicks, and also solidified his roster spot, so that was great to see for him. And my team of the week is going to be the Wizards as well, just beating the Knicks in the final Summer League game. I figure they won't get it again until the season starts, so I might as well give it to them now. And that's all I have for this video, so thank you guys for watching. Also have the Nationals game log out now. I went to the game last Sunday versus the Padres. Unfortunately, it did not end very well. They lost 8-1. But I still had an enjoyable time with the game, and I hope you guys will enjoy the game vlog. So make sure to check it out if you haven't already. Also check out the Instagram. I made a new post from the Nationals game, so you can see some more behind-the-scenes stuff from that. And yeah, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.